you are going to do, how are you going to deal with this disparity when it comes to Naira and the value of the Naira, and how to sort of give it a little bit more oomph, if you like?
Well, what you need to do is look at the issue of why is Naira weak? That's where you start. The Naira is weak because of the weakness or strongness of your currencies, that means by your reserve. Because we have low reserve, Naira is weak. And low reserve is driven by low export. You don't have enough export that is bringing in foreign revenue.
Well, for me and so many other persons, we chose our candidate based on capacity, competence, character, and their commitment to quality service for Nigerians. I don't know why a lot of other persons choose theirs, and some chose because of tribal sentiment, because of religious tendencies, because of the fact that they felt that they just want to, some people want to compensate a couple of persons with power based on whatever analysis that they have. And then it's fine. We are all going to be output, right? Productive output of our choices, right? As a nation and individually, whether I like it or not. The reflection of the kind of mind I have, the kind of picture I see of myself, is the reason I chose the candidate I'm supporting. So somehow, you also have seen a picture of you and a future of the environment you want to live in, and so you have chosen your candidate. All that will be settled in a couple of weeks' time by the grace of God. But this interview I'm about to show you is, for me, one of Mr. Peter Obi's best interview. Literally, he was in the lion's den. Basically, because the host of this town hall meeting, the candidate, Kadaria Ahmed, is a vocal antagonist of the Peter Obi's brand. Very vocal. I hear she's related to Nasir El-Rufai, governor of Kaduna State, and by several other reasons. She doesn't like Peter Obi. She doesn't hide it. But Peter Obi and his running mate chose to go to her platform to be interviewed. Shows the kind of man that Peter Obi is. This is the interview that is now being called the Lions. Peter Obi even made it very clear in the interview, because of the interview, that he was told not to come because that was not a place for him to shine.
Which is crying at night, and you wake up in the morning, a baby has died.
There is none.
Okay, so
I have about 10 messages here.
Yes.
Saying I should not come to your program.
I know.
That you're totally against me.
I know.
And I'm here. I told them, I said, I like meeting people who are against me.
I know.
And I'm
I
here.
know. What they don't.
So if I take all those witches,
No, I'm sorry.
I want to see the witch before I call it witch.
But then he chose to go, and then the conversations happened. It to me is one of the best. We need people like this to drill the man. Unfortunately, the other candidates are not being available to be drilled. They are running away from conversations about Nigeria, running away from issues that bother us, running away from Nigeria, so to speak, and then accept the platform that they created. Even in the platform that they created, they are going around to goof, make blunders, and then say all sorts. So I want you to sit back and watch this interview. For me, this is Peter Obi's best ever interview, with the fact that he was face to face with somebody who doesn't like him, being interviewed, and the Nigerians were able to judge him. And then, trust me, watch this interview and make your comment, then share this video. We'll continue to share content like this so that people who do not believe in this mandate will see that this is no sentiment. It's not because the man is from the south or because the man is a Christian, because the man is credible, the man is capable, the man is committed, and the man has the character to delivering the result that we want. Watch this video, you'll be thrilled.
He says, what are you going to do, if I understand the first question, to make people to move away from PDP and APC to Labour Party? I think it's very simple. They drove us at this junction. If you have a driver that has driven a vehicle where you've come to a point where the vehicle have an engine problem, the vehicle can no longer move, you're not going to allow the same driver to continue.
But, Mr. Obi,
we want to fix this vehicle.
But you were that vehicle.
No,
just as early as 2019, you were in
PDP.
Listen, he was in PDP.
No, 1 minute.
And APC.
No. Let me tell you.
ANPP.
Let me tell you. Moses lived in Egypt.
Okay.
So was Joseph. They were part of it. God comes and chooses from within. He's not going to create new people. From within those who are there already. And say these people can serve the situation. So he didn't create new people. He didn't create new creation. It is from the same people that he said,
So
I'm picking this ones.
This is not old wine, just packaged in new bottles.
No, this is new wine. But we have been existing with the old wine because they are not. But they found out that we cannot continue living with different.
So people will say you are status quo. Let's move on.
How do we pull people out of poverty?
Yes.
I got the question.
And will you sack CBN governor?
No, I'm going to come to that.
Okay.
Pulling people out of the poverty is what we are preaching when we are taking from consumption to production.
The problem is that we're not getting a grasp of exactly how this is going to happen.
You are not seeing it. It doesn't. See, when you want to change the society, because majority of the people, including yourself, live off the old order. They don't see the future. That's why they say leader must be a visionary.
We want to understand the vision.
State, let me give you an example. Yes. When I went to Anambra State and said to people, our education cannot continue to be at 26. We're going to change our education. We're going to change this. They say, no, you can't do this because we're not seeing it.
According to the person who came after you, you left dead. That argument has been going back. He said you had contractors to pay and you didn't pay them.
Listen very well. Up to today,
I'm quoting the Sun interview by Mr. Willie Obiano.
Listen very careful, Kadaria. Listen to me. Up to today, I've said this, and let me say it now in this town hall meeting. The day I left office, I was not only one contractor who have executed his job, certificate issue. Let that one come. I'm not only one supplier who has delivered what we ordered and we're owing the part. I'm not also owing civil servant, salary, pension, gratuity. If any of them come out today, I will stop.
Okay, so let me ask for clarity. Let me ask for clarity.
It is a very different thing if I award a contract for 9-kilometer road. Somebody build 1 kilometer and I pay him.
Yes, no.
Because I will only pay for what I received.
So the allegation he made was that just before you left office, you gave out a lot of contracts and he had to deal with paying for those contracts.
Leave allegation.
Okay, I'll leave allegation.
Let's deal with issue that is real. Let me tell you how government works. If, for example, let the government, outgoing government of Buhari, award all the road.
When you come, you will pay.
No, when I come, the one you do, you pay. Another person will come, do his own and pay. So people are not seeing that. We are creators. We see in the future. And I can tell you, how do people you ask me
and let me just clarify. We are not saying you don't have a vision.
Let me tell you.
What we want to see is understand the roadmap to that vision.
I want to tell you the how. People are here about MSMEs. Micro, small businesses is the foundation of every economy. Even in the south, in the west.
Globally.
The two, let me use what we can call a developing and those who are starting, to give you an example. And I'm going to use big countries like China, Indonesia, and Vietnam. These three, to give you an example. In China, MSMEs controls 60% of the production, 60% of the export, and about 60% of the employment. And they contribute 50% of the revenue.
So how is that going to happen here?
Thank you. First is that you must articulate a proper agenda like China. In China today, if you look at the overall banking lending in China, about 20% to 25% of the lending is dedicated to MSMEs. In Indonesia, there's a ministry for MSMEs because they control 90% of the employment. So is it in Vietnam. In Nigeria, out of about, I think it's over 30 trillion lend today and everything, MSMEs control less than 5%.
So how are you going to encourage banks, which are private enterprises, to give loans to SMEs? Because this is the answers we're looking for.
Listen, I'm coming from that side.
Okay.
Don't forget.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
My life is about finance. That's what I've done all my life. It's a combination of two main things. You have to have a fiscal and monetary policies channel like this. Government grants.
Anchor farmer borrower programs?
No, not, yes, but done differently. Not announced in Abuja, but dealing with the Bank of Industry and going to deal with the people, the farmers. Because what you have now is that good programs announced on TV, but poorly implemented. People don't do what is expected here, they do what is expected. I will be there with the farmers. I'll be there with the people. I'll supply it directly and I'll get it done. Labor's position is that the removal, you have to explain the alternative. Or how you're going to do to be able to increase in price. And that is in place. With time, today we have the Dangote refinery almost 90% completed. And we have some other modern refineries that are coming and everything, which you can, as quickly as possible, support for their completion and support other new ones that are coming up. So that removal alone will not immediately again something that you can do as quickly as possible and be able to still have the same product competitively priced that we are accepted, and then use the resources, because I can't wait to say what you have today as subsidy for me is organized crime. And you can't continue that.
Yes, I think many Nigerians would agree with that.
You can't continue with that. So you can deal with them. Labor is not against subsidy removal. They are against, if you're going to remove it, there must be something you're putting in place in order to be able to manage what is going to affect. I'm not going to do aggressively. And that is the job to remove it. Deal with the other components of fiscal responsibility, like be able to bring the rule of law and manage corruption and everything. You'll be able to bring the deficit down.
So we've seen, for example, the issue of multiple exchange rates and the impact that has had on the economy, the lack of confidence, the going up, the going down. What would be your position? Are you going to go for a unified foreign exchange regime? Will it be a staggered thing that you are going to do? How are you going to deal with this disparity when it comes to Naira and the value of the Naira, and how to sort of give it a little bit more oomph, if you like?
Well, what you need to do is look at the issue of why is Naira weak? That's where you start. The Naira is weak because of the weakness or strongness of your currencies, that means by your reserve. Because you have low reserve, Naira is weak. And low reserve is driven by low export. You don't have enough export that is bringing in foreign revenue. And that's where you have to look at it. All the exchange material and everything, if you have the right export component of everything, which is why I said the country is not productive. If the country is productive and doing what they're supposed to do, you won't even have an issue of this guy, because the currency will be strong. You can't have a huge country like Nigeria with the level of export we have today. Last year, just to show you an example, our total export is 18.9 trillion naira, which at official rate is about $47 billion. At the rates anybody can get, about 650, is about under 30 billion. There's no way a country of this size can have that with the level, and I want you to allow me to give you an example of where it is. So there's no way you can have that we are 210 million people living on 923,000 square kilometers of land. Israel is 22,000 square kilometers. So if you minus them from us, we have 900,000 left. There are about 8.9 million people. Let's call it 9 million. Well, we will give them 10 million people. We have 210 million people left. The export life is $59.8 billion. So we need to wise when we for that number. Countries of our size.
How is where we
I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you, countries of our size. Let's put a country like Vietnam. Vietnam export last year is over 350 billion. 100 million people, which is half of our population, living on 331,000 square kilometers, which is the third of our land. What do they do? Vietnam total export, 90% is manufactured goods, which electronics, taste, and everything. How? You have to go back. First thing I said, you have to deal with the issue of feeding yourself. Right? If today you secure Nigeria, put serious effort to secure Nigeria, and your farmers go back, resuscitate your Bank of Agriculture, fund and support agriculture meaningfully, the way it should be. Let those banks empty land in the north will become productive.
And I want to, we will come back again to the heart because I have questions around, you raised issues around power, but the audience, this is a town hall, it's not a Q&A.
Yes.
I want to try and bring in questions from people in the audience and also people watching from the house. So we are taking audience questions. There's a gentleman in green, one in white, and another one in green over there. We'll take about 4 and then come back. I think they've given you something to write. Yes, and everything. So let's start with the gentleman in green. Yes, by the right-hand side here. No, there's a gentleman here, yes. We start here. We will get to all of you, I promise. Please introduce yourself.
Good evening, Mr. P.O.B. and Dr. Kadaria Ahmed. My name is Dr. Nyakachi Unubogu. I'm a marketing professional in around Nigeria a lot. And the questions I'm going to ask you are not around the economy. The question I'm going to ask is around Nigeria. The biggest challenge we have today, apart from economy, is building a united, indivisible nation. One that we'll all be proud of. And when we see what's happening in the elections today, there's a lot of mistrust, there's a lot of backbiting, bickering, and it just seems that the electionary season is making it worse for us. I'm going to ask you a very controversial but direct question. Would Peter Obi and Dr. Kadaria Ahmed be willing, in the interest of Nigeria, to work with any of the other candidates to ensure that we build, call it a government of national unity, a government that eliminates the bickering and the fights we have in this political space? Will you be able to? Because at the end of the day, that is what we want as a nation. A strong, free, indivisible united.
Thank you very much. The next question, please. Yes, there's a mic on that side. So if we go that row, because there are like 2-3 people there. Yes, sir. Please don't forget to tell us who you are.
Must before and Kadaria is still looking glittering. Against Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, the rock, the man generating the most buzz right now. I can almost say that what I heard in the news today, when I met, seem to be speculating that there could be a runoff. I can almost trace to the fact that you are in the race. Almost say that. And that's for that. I've dropped on you a lot, sir. I've heard many things you've said, and generated that, no doubt. But then, I asked, have you embraced climate change, global warming, greenhouse effect? And why have I asked? I read recently how that the president of Uganda, Museveni, His Excellency, how is he going to tackle that if he believes in that? And I'm just thinking aloud, with respect to the Vice President, you run a private investment. Won't there be clash of interest with ASU? Your investment must thrive, your personal investment must thrive, but then ASUTU must be solved. So how do you go about this?
Thank you. The person next to him, please.
Good evening. My name is Abubakar Sadiq. My question is very direct, and I would like Mr. Peter to answer it directly around task. A day after Manambra State Governor Tasumudu critiqued your mood and style of campaign, his own town was attacked by DCN. How does this portray your claim to ensure freedom of expression without fear of being made or killed? But eventually, if you emerge as the president,
Please, we
if we criticize you, are we going to be saved? Are we going to be saved? That's the question.
thank you. And one last question, and we'll come back to. Okay, I think we're done for now. Okay, so questions to both you and Dr. Baba Ahmed as well. Maybe we could start with the one of how you the mistrust, and perhaps maybe what we should ask is how will you unify Nigeria, and would you be willing to go into a government of national unity? That was the first question.
If you read, if you follow our 7-point agenda, the first one is to secure and unite Nigeria. It is our commitment to ensure that the security of life and property of Nigerians, and to show a united and one Nigeria.
How?
By ensuring that there is equity, justice, and we things following the rule of law. If you check on our transit and everywhere, or 30 Baba Ahmed's own, you will not see where we made statements like, don't vote for these people because of for here, or statement like somebody said, consent people are back to where it's coming from. We are people who are all over the place. I come from the southeast, I live in Lagos, live in the southeast, in Abuja, I've traveled everywhere, and I've maintained that nobody should vote for me because I'm from the southeast, or vote for me because of my tongue or anything. The southeast will come over it, but back our record, and we maintain so, and our backgrounds speak so, and I believe, and I've lived it. I said it today. Most people, as governor, the closest person to me is my ADC. My ADC is from Kano. I always say, it is the best policeman I've ever met. We remain close to today. The investment are dealing with other countries, and so is me.
So, all of us, I think, tend to generally understand that the background to peace in most societies is respect for the rule of law.
Yes.
Right? And Nigeria suffers direly from the fact that actually the rule of law doesn't seem to apply evenly or equally, and there's impunity all over the place. So the question again is how are you going to move a country that is used to doing things a certain way, both in terms of the institutions that are charged with enforcing rule of law, but also the culture of the people who are used to breaking laws willy-nilly. I'm not clear about the how. Like your judiciary.
Wants to do things based on equity and justice. It's even enshrined in our constitution, for example, where we talk about national character, everything. Once you do things based on that, you will see it. Once you show, of course, we're going to serve where we're going to happen. For example, I've always emphasized my target is the vast land in the north. I want to start pulling people out of poverty in the north. That's it, and I do so aggressively. I've always said we're going to make sure we recapitalize and deal with the Bank of Agriculture, which is based in Kaduna. There's a number of things you start doing, and you see there's no other way to do it. And equity, justice, in all your dealing.
But the second part of that question was whether you would be willing
we maintain that we're going to form government of national unity.
Okay. So if you don't win and somebody else wins and they invite you, would you join a government of national unity?
Why not? It's not inviting me that is the problem. I've always said it. You work with other, show that you're working with everybody. For example, somebody asked me that earlier today, and I said, at my stage in life, there's little or nothing I'm looking for in the sense of we're not looking for a job. But of course, why wouldn't I? It's my country. Even now that I'm not in office, I still at all times defending various issues with regards to Nigeria. So we will, if we win, our government will be government of national unity, but it must be focused on youth and women. Women and youth.